Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making a couple molds with Resincrete. Um, I'm really excited because I finally got these pigments that I've been wanting for a while. I've seen other creators use them. They're highly pigmented and the colors are very vibrant. So I was super excited to try these. Now I'm using Resincrete. I've mainly seen people use these pigments in Jasmonite, so I don't know how it's going to work, but I figured why not give it a try. And I got two different sets. I don't think I mentioned, I got them from Homeware Co. on Etsy, and I think she also has a Shopify store, which I will try to link below in the description box for you. But yeah, I got two different sets. One was Autumn Harvest, and I think the other one was like Festive Glam. Yeah, I think I'm actually showing you the colors now. I don't remember how many. I got a lot, and they all seem to, they're similar, but they all go together. I'm not good with colors, so I figured getting this set would help kind of match colors or find colors that go together. And of course, my favorite one I got was a big bottle of black, because anyone who's worked with Resincrete knows it's impossible to get it black. It's always gray, always, at least with any pigment I've tried. So I'm really hoping that this one can give me that like really deep, rich black color that I've wanted in my Resincrete. So I'm just going to go through the colors here. I know there's a lot. There's the black. I got the big bottle. Probably should have got the little one to see if it worked, but I just went for it. Hopefully it works the way I want. I don't know if I can get Jasmonite here in the US. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments, but yeah, I haven't seen it for sale anywhere. I just see Resincrete and oh, I forget what the other one's called. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking, but I'm sure you've all seen the different types. I only have tried the Resincrete so far. These are just samples that she threw in for me in a green and a chocolate brown. So those should be fun too. They look really nice, like really nice colors. I love her colors. So yeah, the first mold we're gonna try, or I'm gonna try, is the pumpkin jar mold. I've used that I think a couple times in other videos, but I haven't used Resincrete yet. So I'm gonna try that, and I do happen to have autumn colors finally, so I'm gonna pick one that's kind of, well, it's orange. Let's be honest, it's orange. But yeah, the other mold is like a vase mold that I found, and it's not like one I've ever seen before. It's kind of split in the middle, not on the outside. I'm going to show you here. And it came with pins, and just like regular straight pins, and no instructions, by the way. So I was trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do with pins, but I think I'm supposed to stick them in the middle to kind of hold the mold together while you pour. That's literally the only thing I can think of, which was really actually difficult, because when you stick the pin in, it's sticking really far out in the back. So if you go to grab the mold to move it, you're sticking yourself with pins constantly, and yeah, it wasn't fun doing this at all. I'll be honest with you, I don't like it. I like the mold, but yeah, they have to figure out a different way of holding the middle together other than straight pins. I don't have like a binder clip or anything big enough to fit here. And I think no matter what you do, it's most likely gonna seep through into that middle part. But with Resincrete, as long as it's not too much, like a thin layer, I'm sure I could just pop it out and sand around the outside, but we'll get to that later. I'm getting way ahead of myself. But yeah, I'm gonna mix the Resincrete now. Don't come for me. I didn't measure. I, I'm working in my kitchen with this, um, mainly because my my craft room is on the third floor of my house, which is basically a finished attic, and it's hot. It's just hot up there all the time. I do have like a skylight I can open, but it's like 86 degrees here today. I'm in Pennsylvania, and yeah, it's hot. I don't know why it's hot. It's October, but it's hot. In Resincrete and hot do not mix. It will cure so fast if I work up there. And second, the second reason is because my dog, who has really bad separation anxiety, she gets really upset when I go upstairs to work because she's not allowed up there because of the fumes with the resin and everything like that. I don't let her near that room. So I figured this is something I can do, and she can be with me in the room. So those are the reasons. And yeah, also, I turned the camera wrong again. I don't know. I'll get it right one day. I think I have it at the right angle, but then when I play it back, it's completely off. So, yeah, I don't know why it's sideways, but it is. So, hopefully you can see everything. And yeah, I can't see when I'm filming. Maybe I need to get like an actual camera instead of my phone since I have such issues with it. I don't know, but here I'm getting back. I'm getting off track here. I'm just going to mix it. I've used this enough to pretty much know what the consistency is supposed to be. So I'm comfortable just kind of winging it. Although I would recommend you measure because you can mess it up if it's too thin or if it's too thick. It's hard to work with. So here I'm just adding a little bit of water, a little bit at a time until I get the right consistency. And you want to make sure you mix really well because I've had clumps. It looks mixed, it's all smooth, and then when I pour, this little clump will come flying by me, and I miss it. So yeah, make sure you mix it really well till it's super smooth. Yeah, I spilled powder everywhere. I mean, I'm messy, I'm klutzy, so there's never a project where I'm not spilling something. But that's the fun part of it, I guess. Make a little mess. Yeah, back to it. Just make sure it's super smooth. Get all the sides, all the powder off. Yeah, little pieces of powder will show. Not not as much as I think in resin, like if you don't mix your mica good enough, but it will show or it'll cause like a bubble, and yeah, you don't want that. So I just add a little bit at a time, get it as smooth as possible, work as quickly as possible. You don't have a lot of time with this. And then I'm going to add a couple drops of pigment at a time because I don't know this pigment. I don't know if it's going to be like super dark with just one or two drops or if I have to add, a lot more. So just like maybe one or two drops I think I start with, and then I add a couple more. It didn't come out as dark as I thought it would. I thought it'd be more pigmented, but I still got a really good color. It was a little lighter than I thought, but it was fine. It's for a pumpkin, so I wanted it orange kind of anyway. Um, but yeah, I'll let you watch. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm talking way too much here. But yeah, I'll let you watch me pour it and then I'll come back for the other mold. Okay, so while the pumpkin cures, I'm gonna try this this vase mold. Uh, this was actually harder than I thought. Um, it has in the inside like grooves that you have to match up the lines. My dog is crying, sorry. It's okay. You're okay. Um, I'm sorry. Lost my train of thought. Anyway, it has grooves or lines that I have to line up in the middle and then stick the pin in to kind of hold it together, which is really, it's actually really hard. I didn't think it would be, but the silicone is very like soft and squishy, which I thought would actually make it easier to put the pins in, but it made it harder because every time I stuck a pin in, it shifted. Um, like the lines would shift. They wouldn't be lined up anymore. So I'd have to put another pin in and it still shifted. It just was moving right to left, right to left. Hopefully that makes some sense. But, you know, squishy molds are good for demolding because, you know, obviously it's easier to pull out, but yeah, not for putting pins in and trying to keep it lined up and not move, if that makes sense. But I did the best I could. I did put pins all the way around. I didn't use them all, but I used a lot of them. And yeah, I got stuck probably a dozen times at least because even grabbing on the side, your hands kind of, and I have bigger hands. I got my dad's hands. Thanks, Dad. Um, Grabbing it from the side, I'm still hitting the pins because they're all around. It's just there. I don't know how to avoid it, but I don't think it was like the best design. I think there has to be a better way to like hold it together without having to stick yourself. But that's what I'm working with. And maybe I'm doing this completely wrong. That's the other thing. I don't even know because I've never used this mold or any mold like it. But if you have, let me know if I'm doing this wrong or if there is a better way to do it. I would love to know that because I think I like this, like the design of the mold, but is it worth all the trouble and getting stuck by pins? I don't know. Um, yeah, it was the most painful mold I've ever had to pour before, for sure. And yeah, my hands are a wreck anyway because I'm doing tons of like work around my house. I'm getting ready to sell my house. So I've been doing a lot of like repair work and painting. So I've got scratches and washing my hands too much. But so now I have some pin pricks to kind of match all the other stuff that's been going on there. Uh, yeah, so I'll stop talking. Other than to say that I'm going to use like a blue color. It's called Blue Velvet. And it wasn't as dark as I thought it was going to be. It definitely was more of a lighter blue. I'm okay with that because I prefer pastels. Oh my God, pastel colors to darker colors. I like darker colors, but I guess if I had to choose, I would definitely choose a lighter color. I don't know. It makes me happy. It makes me feel relaxed, the lighter colors. So I do tend to like navigate towards those instead of the darker ones. And yeah, so this is going to be like a really light blue, but it's pretty. So I'm happy with it. And I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let you watch the rest of it and I will fast forward for sure and we'll demold it probably another 30 minutes. Okay, so now everything is cured. Enough to take it out. It's still a little wet, but I'm a little nervous with demolding this one because the stem broke in resin when it was fully cured. So I was really being careful to not like pull it out too quickly, just gently lift it. I didn't want it to break. Um, but I didn't, and it came out okay, thankfully. Um, and it's cute. It's going to take me a second here to get it out, but it does come out okay. Um, I like the color. It's definitely not as dark as I thought it would be. Maybe I just didn't add enough pigment, but I've seen other creators use this pigment in Jasmonite. It's definitely darker, but again, I don't know if I used enough, or it could just be the Resincrete. Um, I'm not really sure. I don't. I'm trying to remember when I bought it. I don't think that the seller, sorry, listed like Resincrete as what it was intended for. I think it said Jasmonite and Eco Pores. I can't be sure about that, but it did work. It did color it, so I'm not unhappy about it. It's just a little lighter than I thought it was going to be, but I think next time I'll just try maybe adding more to it. I didn't want to add too much, but yeah, it's funny because it's darker in the middle. Like when you lift the lid up, it's definitely darker in the middle than on the outside. But other than that, I think it came out okay. There's only one tiny little bubble on the lid, and when I did it in resin, I had a ton of bubbles. So I don't know. Usually it's the other way around, but I'm happy with it. And this one, I fast forwarded this one because it took a long time. These pins were so hard to get out because the Resincrete had leaked down into the middle. So I'm basically pulling it out of cured Resincrete is what I'm trying to do. And I had to go back and push it down with scissors. I had to use the scissors as like pliers and pull it out. And it took a while. And I think one of the pins actually broke. It like literally flew across my kitchen. And I don't know, this was crazy. I don't even know if this is worth doing again because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work putting the pins in, getting them out. And as you're going to see, I have to clean out the middle of the vase because Resincrete just leaked all the way down. Sorry for the background noise if you can hear it. It's my dog playing with her toys. And she chose violence tonight. She's very aggressive over there. But anyway, so this is how it turned out. The color's pretty. I don't mind the light blue. Again, thought it would be darker, but not unhappy with it. And part of it did pop right out pretty easily, but the section like right below the top, as I'm poking at now, that was pretty solid and thick. So I ended up getting I don't know what you call them now. It's like a pen knife. What's X-Acto knife? I don't know. There's a lot of names for it. But I got one of those and I just had to like scrape it layer by layer until I got down to the rim. So it wasn't like impossible to do. It was a lot of work and it's going to need to be sanded. There are a ton of bubbles all throughout. And I really don't know how to avoid that. I'm so sorry. Because I did try to shake the bubbles out as best I could, but yeah, I don't really know how to avoid those. I don't think you can spray alcohol in Resincrete. At least I've never heard of anybody doing that. And I don't know if it would work, but yeah, and you can't use heat because you would just cure it faster. So I can't really think of any way to get bubbles out. But if you do, let me know. I don't know. I don't know everything about this. So, yeah, I just, like I said, scraped it down till I got to the rim. And then once it dries fully, I'm going to let it sit for like 24 hours. I will sand it, and then we'll come back and, thinking of the word, seal it. But yeah, all in all, I don't know. I'm happy with, I like the vase. I like the color. I don't like the mold. That's just, I'm being honest. The mold is terrible and I'm not thrilled with it, but I do like the vase. It's pretty. But anyway, I'll stop talking and I will let you watch the rest, and I will come back when it's ready to be sealed. Okay, so everything's cured. It's been sitting for about 24 hours and it's all dry. And I'm going to do something different I haven't done before. I'm going to try sealing it with this clear gloss spray. I've heard other people use it. They say it works really well. I've never tried it, so I figured why not try it in this video. Um, so this is becoming like an experiment video with colors and sealing stuff in a different way, but what I did was I pulled out this jar that I made with resin, and it has temporary tattoos on the back. I mean, on the outside of it. Yeah, I'm showing you. It's going to rain here. And as soon as I got outside, the clouds started coming in really quick. So I'm kind of nervous it's going to rain before it dries. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. Back to the video. Yeah, I wasn't sure how to seal the temporary tattoos in, because you do have to seal them or they will come off. So, I mean, I could do UV resin, but it would be a mess. It'd be really hard to keep a really smooth finish unless you have one of those, I don't know what they're called. Everything escapes my brain lately, but the things you put tumblers on and it turns it like constantly while you put the resin on and while it dries, whatever that's called. I don't have one, so I never sealed the jar. So I'm going to seal the Resincrete and the epoxy with the spray, and then we're going to see if it not only seals the Resincrete, but will seal in the temporary tattoos on the resin without giving it like a weird finish. Because I feel like sometimes when you use like spray paint or whatever, it kind of gets like a gritty, like sandy, I don't know, not a smooth finish when you feel it. It's not smooth like resin. So I don't know what was going to happen. So I'm just giving a light spray to start, and then I'm going to let that dry. And then later on, I didn't do it in this video because it's raining. I just couldn't get it done. But yeah, I'm going to go in later and do a second coat if this works. If this doesn't work, I won't do it. But if it does, I will probably give it a second coat just to make sure everything is completely sealed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess this video is more about, I wanted to see what those pigments look like in Resincrete. And I also wanted to test out this new sealing method. So I am going to do more of this Resincrete in another video. This video is already too long, so I don't want to do the other project I was going to do in this video. I'm going to have to make a different video for it because I don't want you sitting here for like an hour and have to listen to all this. So yeah, this will be it for this one, and I will get you some pictures or a video of the final look, I guess, when it's all dry. And hopefully we can see some shine, and hopefully those tattoos are sealed. That would be like a game changer for me. I'd be able to use it more in something other than something flat where I can top coat. So yeah, I'm done talking. I'm going to end it here. And again, thank you for watching. If you're still here, that's amazing because I rambled on for a while, but thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. So yeah, not bye yet. I forgot to tell you if it worked or not. That would help. It did work. I'm shocked. It sealed everything. It gave it a nice glossy finish, and the temporary tattoos are sealed in. I tried scratching them off. It didn't come off. So, I mean, I don't know long term what this would do or if it would eventually come off, but so far I can say that it worked. I'm going to have to wait a couple months, I guess, just to make sure that it's going to hold up, but I would definitely say this works. So if you do a project with temporary tattoos or anything that needs to be sealed, like on a jar or a bowl, something that's really hard to coat with like UV resin to seal it in or epoxy, I would definitely recommend trying this. Hopefully it lasts, but it gave it a nice shine. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it looks glossy. It doesn't even look like I sprayed anything on it. So I'm actually really happy with this, and it was quick. It didn't take long to dry. Maybe 10-15 minutes I think I waited, and it was pretty dry. So definitely recommend. And now now I will say goodbye and see you in the next video. Bye.